Welcome back to Murphy's Diesel, folks. We have a very serious matter, folks. We have a missing persons. We need your help. We went and did this recovery on this Jeep yesterday and found out that Alonso Tomas is missing, folks. He's a 29-year-old Hispanic male from California. He is not familiar with the area. He set out on foot after he got his Jeep stuck, and he has a wife and a 9-month-old son, folks, and they are anxiously waiting for his return. So let's see if we can't lend a hand, folks. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Alonso Tomas, folks, please reach out to us at rick@murphysdiesel.com or alert the local authorities, Coconino County Sheriff's Office, Coconino County Search and Rescue. Those guys are actively searching right now, trying to find Alonso Tomas. He's not familiar with the area, folks. Alonso Tomas will probably be wearing the hat you see in this photo and a tan tactical backpack, folks. He will be on foot because we have his Jeep. So he's also having a psychotic episode, folks, and this hits close to home for me. I lost a grandma to a psychotic episode. Let's see if we can't help his family out. Let's see if we can't get Alonso Tomas back to his 9-month-old son and his wife. Folks, when we were doing this recovery, we were not going to get involved. We're going to let the professionals handle it. We decided we want to do something good with our channel, so we are going to get involved and see if we can't help find this guy. So help us out, folks. Guess what hour it is, folks? It's recovery hour here at Murphy's Diesel. Got this guy. Who let this guy in here, huh? Oh. Hurt my hands. We're getting ready to go do a recovery, and he is super psyched, if you can't tell. Okay, so we have a recovery. It's 80 miles from here. Law enforcement called, said, hey, we got a Jeep Gladiator and this thing is buried. So we are headed out to Seligman, and we're gonna take a little ranch road outside of there, and we're gonna go get this Jeep Gladiator out. So stand by, folks, because it just might get western. And we are taking old Grease Lightning, folks. First recovery in the off-road flatbed. I've been itching to have a good time with this old flatbed on 41s, folks. Twin stick, 205 transfer case. She is pretty noisy running down the highway, I'm not gonna lie. Hot rod's pretty noisy running down the highway, I'm not gonna lie. Well, you are just full of all kinds of wisdom today. What can I say? Hot rod is not gonna do the weather, folks. Well, folks, we have made it to the Diamond A's. Gate at the Diamond A's. This is the headquarters of the Diamond A's Ranch, folks. It's one of the largest ranches in Arizona. I think it's like 600,000 acres or something like that. Huge. This sucker smells like burning gear oil, folks. Ooh, right here. Just had that off and replaced the caliper, folks. So you know what that means? They got the axle nut too tight that holds the bearings on there. Bearings heat up, they expand, and if the nut's too tight, wipes the bearings out. Is it hot?
Yeah.
Well, folks, we are gonna press on. More than likely, we will be doing a spindle job on this.
You know anybody that does that?
That's a good thing we're axle surgeons. Folks, I want to show you how hot this sunbuck is. That sucker is piping hot, folks. So, but hey, it's law enforcement call, so I'll total this sunbuck out to get there, so I don't care. Hey, who put this wheel back together on the off-road flatbed? Yeah, who put the hub back on here? Okay, well, it's completely wiped out, so he didn't put it back together right. How tight did he torque that axle nut? Did he put any oil in the hub after he got done? Well, you guys will be doing a spindle on it, so. And y'all probably, we're gonna go ahead and keep going, but y'all probably have to come get us. Why did it roll out? Even wasn't supposed to go anywhere. Okay, like I've said a million times, you guys have to do it. Like, the trucks can't sit. What are you gonna do, folks? Well, folks, we got about 15 miles of this stuff, he said, so saddle up. It's gonna be a long, bumpy ride.
What we want to do is try to pull it out of this ditch that it's in and let us do a quick inventory, see if we can find any more clues, and then you can put it on the flatbed if that works for you guys.
Yes, sir. Very accommodating, Mr. Rod. I like that. I like that. So, all right, folks, so we made it. It's a long 15-mile trek. So, you know what's crazy is I found an ore car up in there. So there's a gold mine. They used to mine gold up here, folks. And there's an old ore car there, and it's on this ridge back in here. One time I was chasing a mountain lion through there, and me and my dad found this ore car, and we were always going to go back and get it, and illegally, but never did. Dang, folks, this almost looks like a job for Hellboy. Sand. We went from Sand Hollow to Sand Diamond-A's. This truck doesn't do very good in the sand. We almost got stuck right there. I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna have to call Hellboy out here. Dang, this is all sand. It's like Sand Hollow too. Well, folks, we'll see if we can get her out. So it's locked up, steering wheel's locked, and it's in gear, which I could get it in neutral, but we're gonna air this old dog down. Might get Western, folks. So we're gonna come in from behind it and try to drag it back through the trench. Probably should have brought Hellboy for this one. So I had to improvise, folks. I didn't have any way to get the air out of the tire, going too slow, pushing the straighter in, so I had to make this little job.
I hope that wasn't an endangered cactus.
Oh yeah, folks, this thing's like a tractor once you air her down. Can't believe I haven't dropped it in there yet, to be honest with you. Shit.
Don't freak out.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. All right, we got it rigged up, folks. Now we're gonna drag it out. We got it in neutral. We're gonna see if the wheels turn, so stand by. So we wanted to go around that little hump right there. Turn him all the way left. right, so we got this side shortened up, so it'll pull this side over. Good?
Yeah, those are great.
Hey, set the emergency brake. So you set the emergency brake so the rear of the Jeep will slide over. We shorten the leg of the chain so it'll slide over as well. Okay, now we need to shorten the other side. We want it to come this way. Avoid that. Release the e-brake. Now we want it to roll, so it'll roll around there. Okay, set the e-brake. How long have you all been out here looking?
We came out yesterday. We got here. We arrived here probably 7 o'clock. So I was out here all night. Got a little sleep. That's my F-150. I crawl back and do a lot of camping, so I'm carrying this gear with me. And I got 3 or 4 hours sleep. And then I've been out here all day helping here. Well, good job, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Good to meet you.
Yeah. Thanks for what you do. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, I should set this bed down a little bit and just bury this. Get Hellboy out here to top it off.
I don't know if you can bury it. Look at those tires.
God, we are so screwed. That's how you turn the PTO off. That's how the PTO shuts off now, folks. You just kick the tire.
Stay the art.
Good thing we're done with it, because it probably won't come back on. Still working, folks. Just didn't like it when I kicked its tire. All right, folks, so we haven't put onboard air on the world's largest off-road flatbed. Luckily, Search and Rescue is here, and Search and Rescue hooked us up with a buyer. And let me tell you, it is filling these tires lickety-split. So we'll be on the road shortly, folks. But I'm pretty sure this wheel's gonna fall off on the way home anyway, so. Well, folks, it's all in a day's work. We came, we saw, we recovered. The search goes on, folks, for the missing person. Got the vehicle, and the recovery went real well, folks. We're on to the next one. You know where to find us. Well, tell you what, old Grace Lightning here impressed the out of us today, folks. I don't know about you, but I'm impressed. And I'm a flatbed running son of a buck. Rollback Rick coming through with the wind. Fun fact for you folks, back when I was a kid, when I was about 16, 17 years old, I used to run rollback, and they used to call me Rollback Rick. And that's where I got the skills from, folks, to pull a recovery like this off. And then, you know, later on in my life, I ended up getting some wreckers, and they're like, hey, Wrecker Rick, you've graduated to Wrecker Rick. You know, I've seen you run a wrecker. You're not Rollback Rick anymore, you're Wrecker Rick. Comment below, folks, if you would like to see us go up on the side of that mountain and get that ore car out of there. I'm not saying that I can make that happen, you know, but I mean, maybe I'll work on making that happen if y'all want to see it.
There's a gazelle right there.
A gazelle?
Yeah, right there. 11 o'clock.
It's a freaking antelope. This ain't Africa. That's called an antelope, my man.
Pretty sure antelope.
Hey, my man. That's called an antelope, cowboy.
An antelope's a fruit.
That's called an antelope, cowboy.
I know that ain't no fruit running. That's a gazelle.
So I'm pretty sure, folks, Hot Rod's got antelope and cantaloupe mixed up. And not only that, he thinks that there's gazelles in northern Arizona. I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with gazelles, but gazelles roam the plains of Africa, folks, not the plains of northern Arizona. I'm sure they have gazelles in Texas because they do high fence hunting in Texas, but not here. You know, we're the real deal here, folks. We don't hunt gazelles here. We hunt antelope, deer, elk, mountain lions, bears.
I can hear that hub grinding from here. Guess I gotta hitch my way home. Put her in sport mode.
That sucker is piping. We may need a tow truck, folks. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, the wheel is still running straight. It's not ready to fall off yet. I think we just spun the axle shaft off, folks. I think it got so hot that the axle shaft twisted in two. We're dead in the water, folks. That's it. That's it. She's done for. We gave her the good old college try. We were gonna make it home by supper. Fortunately, she gave up the ghost. We're gonna need a spindle, axle shaft, bearings, hub, the whole shamil. Luckily, we're axle surgeons, so stand by, folks. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
What are you doing, Wrecker Rick?
Well, we got to get home somehow.
You're just gonna wheel lift it all the way back to Ash Fork? 30 miles?
You got a better idea?
I guess not.
Well, folks, we finally made it. It's been a long 4 days, but we pulled it off. Finally got the old white lightning back here to the shop. Tell you what, I wore that wheel lift out, but it's probably gonna need a new wheel lift now too. But we're gonna get it in the shop and get this spindle replaced. So stand by. Boy, am I thirsty. When I start throwing around, it leave one hell of a mess. I've never broken down before. I'm losing my mind out here.
Yeah, we're going on like 15 minutes.
Roundhouse, folks, with that one. That's a chokehold hot rod. It's a legal move.
Can't breathe, it's back at Rick.
No, that's just part of the fact. Water's bad for you. It's getting dark now.
Am I supposed to breathe?
No, that's part of the experience.
I can't feel my hands.
Just lay down. Yep, there you go. No, yep. All right, now you just lay here and now you go to sleep. Bodie's on his way, folks. We're just waiting here for the slide axle, and we're gonna load this bad Larry up on the slide axle, and we're gonna get it back to the shop, and then we're gonna have to put a spindle in it. Hot rod, stop playing. Might have to find another axle surgeon. That ought to do her.
What happened?
That hurt.
The weeds actually broke my fall.
The sticker bushes actually broke his fall, folks. Look who finally decided to show up. Folks, don't listen to anybody when they tell you that slide axles aren't the best trailers ever made for recovery. You slide those axles forward, you can just whip it around right here on a little 2-lane highway. I'm not asking y'all to like and subscribe. I'm asking y'all to share this video, folks. There's got to be somebody out there that has a lead, somebody that has some information. Let's get this video circulating. Share it with everyone you know. Share it with your friends and family. And let's see if we can't bring Alonso Tomas home to his family, folks.